Hey everyone. It's been a bit since I posted an update on where I'm at with the build. After farming a ridiculous amount, and after some pain, I think I've just about approached the pinnacle of what I can do with this version of the build. I don't know if I'm going to attempt to take this much further than I already have. I also don't know if there is much further that I can already go. I've got more build ideas that I've been cooking up in my brain, and there are a lot of things that I want to try this league. Next on my list is an Energy Blade Inquisitor, which I've never done before, and I'm going to self-cast Firestorm of Meteors. We'll see how that goes. If I manage something cool, you can expect a build guide in the future. Some upgrades that I can make to the build still. I added a Light of Meaning to the build just now, like an hour ago. It's probably not worth the 84 divines that I spent on it. It gives 1,000 more energy shield, but we lost 2% max res, taking us down to 88% instead of that solid 90% number that we had. So, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but I need it for the Energy Blade Inquisitor, which is the main reason I bought it. The next upgrade is finally hitting a fracture on Paladin Gloves for the Incursion mod for damage against chilled enemies. I have tried fracturing several of these, as well as recombinating it onto Paladin Gloves, and it's really hard to hit. You can't deterministically recombine them either, since Energy Shield / Armor Gloves can roll all 3 attributes naturally. So, that's a pain to hit. And it's only 3 to 4 million more DPS than what I got now, and I have plenty now, so I don't know if it's worth trying to hit those. I need to recraft the suffixes on my chest and get a better tailoring orb mod. I can recraft the ring for better cast speed and energy shield instead of life. I can get some better rolls on my helmet, maybe a good second corrupt on it. I can double corrupt my tool fall, get some increased AoE and maybe something else that's good on it. I can double corrupt my boots for some good mods. I know +1 endurance charge would be really good with the mercenary that I have. I can figure out different mercenary tech, since I have good enough physical reduction. Especially if I recraft my chest piece, I probably won't need his determination anymore or the endurance charges. So I could figure out something else, maybe with a kineticist, maybe with another one that has zealotry or another aura. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I could also figure out a golem version rather than the Heart of Destruction flesh and flame that I'm using. Golems are cool, except for when they die, and then you sort of just waiting around for 4 seconds for them to revive, and you sometimes die when that happens. And Liege of the Primordial Flesh and Flame are so expensive right now, I don't think it's that much better. Or might not even be better than at all than the Heart of Destruction ones that I'm using. These are all fairly small upgrades though, so I may get to them, I may not. I think I pushed my League starter about as far as it can be pushed, at least this version of it. I do a slightly different version of Ice Nova Occultist almost every league. I didn't do one last league, and that was the first time in a long time, because Ice Nova was too mainstream. I couldn't do it last league. Either this one or my Necropolis version are the most expensive ones that I've done by far. My Necropolis version was pre-nerfed Ice Nova and used the Adorned before it got nerfed. So I had, 2.5 times the DPS. I think I ended up at 140 million that league. But less tankiness and less AoE. It was just slightly less tankiness. I pretty much never die with my current setup. I can stand still in Gigablight on Shaper Touch 16.5 and Tier 17 maps. My energy shield barely moves, even with all of the Blight bosses trying to get me. And as you'll see in the showcase that's going now, I am extremely tanky. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want to know how to craft specific pieces of the gear, like the amulet craft, which is a pain. That took me almost an entire day to craft my amulet and so many divines. But it ended up being pretty cool. I've got a level 32 Frostbite, level 32 Frost Shield, level 30 Ice Nova. Really high level gems. I hope you all enjoyed my take on Ice Nova, which is vastly different than the mainstream Hierophant version. I think it turned out fantastic, and I think it can definitely compete with Hierophant. As far as damage and tankiness goes. I don't know about damage this league, since Hierophant, they do lightning damage, so they have the cool Doriani's tech they can do if they want. But with some of the pobs that I've looked at for the Hierophant version for similar budget to what I have if I didn't have a +8 amulet, if I was just using a +4, the damage numbers, even if I put in the Doriani tech for them in Path of Building, the damage numbers are just about the same. And the tankiness numbers are also very similar. They're using Svalin, so they've got more EHP, but we have bigger max hits, so we're less likely to get one shot than they are. Like I said, I don't know if I'll do any more on this build. If I do, I'll post an update. I'm off to do some unhinged Energy Blade Spellblade stuff with Meteors on Inquisitor, and if it turns out good, you can expect a build guide. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll catch you next time.
This is not a battle you can win, hatchling.